Blackhead prevention works best when it is gentle, consistent, and realistic, because blackheads usually do not appear all at once but develop gradually as excess oil, dead skin cells, sunscreen residue, makeup, sweat, and ordinary daily debris collect inside the opening of the pore and slowly create a compact plug that darkens after exposure to air. So the smartest, long-term approach is not to attack the skin with force, but to keep it calm, clean, balanced, and less congested over time. A simple routine is often more effective than an aggressive one. Cleanse the face in the morning and again at night with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water, because very hot water can strip the skin, leave it feeling tight and reactive, and create that frustrating cycle in which the face feels oily and uncomfortable at the same time. Use clean fingertips rather than rough washcloths, harsh scrubs, gritty exfoliants, stiff cleansing brushes, or repeated friction, especially around the nose, chin, and forehead, where blackheads often gather most easily. If sunscreen, makeup, or heavier skin products have been worn during the day, remove them thoroughly but gently in the evening, so residue does not remain on the skin overnight. Choose non-comedogenic products when possible, and be cautious with very heavy oils, greasy balms, thick styling creams, or pomades that can drift from the hairline onto the forehead and temples. Moisturizer still matters even if the skin feels oily, because over-cleansed or dehydrated skin can become irritated and unbalanced, and a light moisturizer often helps the skin feel calmer and more comfortable over time. Daily sunscreen also matters because protecting the skin from too much sun supports overall skin health and reduces the temptation to overuse strong products out of frustration. Small hygiene habits matter too. Change pillowcases regularly, use clean towels, wipe down eyeglasses and phone screens, and try not to rest the face in the hands for long stretches. If you sweat after exercise, yard work, commuting, warm weather, or a long day outdoors, rinse or cleanse the skin as soon as practical, so sweat, oil, and residue do not sit on the surface longer than necessary. If scalp oil tends to move onto the forehead, wash the hair regularly and keep heavier hair products away from facial skin whenever possible. Some people do well with a gentle salicylic acid product to help keep pores clearer over time, and some benefit from a retinoid if their skin tolerates it, but stronger is not always better, and steady use is usually more helpful than jumping from one harsh trend to another every few days. Pore strips may remove some surface debris temporarily, but they do not stop future blackheads from forming on their own, and repeated rough use can irritate sensitive skin. So it is usually wiser to focus on steady daily habits instead of chasing quick fixes. Avoid squeezing, scraping, pinching, or picking at blackheads, because that can cause redness, swelling, irritation, broken skin, and lingering marks while doing very little to prevent the next clogged pore from forming. It also helps not to inspect the face too aggressively in magnifying mirrors, because normal skin texture can begin to feel like a major problem when it is really just part of being human. Wash hats, pillowcases, and anything that rests against the forehead regularly. Keep makeup brushes and sponges cleaner than many people remember to do. Be thoughtful with thick or greasy products that stay on the face for many hours, especially in warm weather. Try not to switch products constantly out of frustration, because skin usually responds better to calm consistency than to panic. If a new product burns, stings strongly, or leaves the skin much redder, drier, or more uncomfortable, reduce it or stop it and return to a simpler routine. Regular sleep, a balanced routine, lower stress where possible, enough water, and patient habits support general well-being and may also help the complexion look steadier. Blackheads are common, and having them does not mean the skin is dirty or that anyone has done anything wrong. It usually means the pores are behaving the way pores sometimes do in ordinary life, which is one reason older people often appreciate practical advice in general, because after enough years, most people learn that most things improve more through calm habits than through dramatic overreaction, and that was exactly what 78-year-old Carol Jean Whitmore believed on the warm May morning when she put on a mint green cardigan, sensible white sneakers, and a sun visor she claimed made her look athletic from a respectful distance, then drove her beige Buick to the Willow Creek Senior Center, expecting nothing more exciting than the monthly Pancakes and Puzzles social, a low-stakes event involving scrambled eggs, maple syrup, and the sort of table puzzles that let older people feel sharper than television, but instead walked into the beginning of the strangest and funniest day her retirement community had seen in years, all because the Senior Center had accidentally been double-booked with a regional ventriloquist convention, a traveling mattress liquidation showcase, and a county emergency preparedness fair run by two men who took folding brochures more seriously than family. Carol Jean had spent 32 years as the head receptionist at a public library branch in Dayton, which meant she trusted labels, index cards, signage, practical shoes, and women who wrote things down more than she trusted charisma, mood lighting, or any man using a wireless headset before 9:30. She lived alone in a tidy ranch house with pale shutters, a screened porch, and a freezer containing one emergency meatloaf, one emergency pound cake, and 3 containers labeled soup in thick marker because supper should never require creative problem solving after 5 o'clock. She was widowed, but not lonely. She had a son in Minneapolis, a daughter in Charlotte, grandchildren who still called to ask how long to roast vegetables, a church that treated potlucks like constitutional obligations, and 3 close friends who met her nearly every morning for coffee, and what they called staying informed, though any outsider would have called it very disciplined gossip. Those friends were Anita Faye Dobbins, age 74, retired beauty salon owner, loyal to lipstick, clip-on earrings, and standards. Earl Donnelly, age 81, retired hardware store manager, suspicious of wheels, unstable tables, and anyone who said, easy assembly, and Mavis Lou Talbert, age 76, widowed, former church pianist, soft-spoken and dryly funny in a way that often made people laugh first and understand later. When Carol pulled into the Senior Center lot, she saw immediately that the morning had already made choices without consulting reason. Near the entrance stood 2 box trucks, one painted with giant foam mattresses and phrases like "Sleep boldly," the other plain white and flanked by 3 men unloading wooden dummies in tiny suits. To one side of the parking lot stood a red canopy labeled "Storm Readiness Starts," now beside tables stacked with flashlights, weather radios, pamphlets about generator safety, and enough bottled water to suggest either public service or low-grade panic. "No," said Carol out loud to the steering wheel. She parked anyway, because curiosity has stronger knees than wisdom on certain mornings. Inside the entrance foyer, she found Anita, Earl, and Mavis, already standing under a hand-lettered sign that said, "Welcome Seniors" in blue marker, directly below a printed banner that said, "Great Lakes Ventriloquist Guild Spring Roundup," while another poster on an easel announced, "Sink into savings, today only," and a fourth, clipped to a table near the door, urged citizens to know your evacuation zone before disaster knows you. "Absolutely not," Earl said when he saw Carol. "This building has too many agendas." Anita held a paper plate with one lonely sausage link and said, "I've already seen a man arguing with his puppet near the coffee." Mavis added, "And someone from the mattress place asked me if I preferred firm support or cloud softness before I had my first pancake. I consider that an invasion." At that exact moment, A tall young coordinator in a maroon polo hurried toward them with the stretched smile of a man whose day had begun before hope. "Thank goodness," he said. "The senior guest. Comfort panel is here." Carol stared at him. "The what?" "The older adult access volunteers from county engagement," he said, already holding out name badges. "I'm Bryce. We were told a mature guest review team was coming to help us monitor noise, seating, food flow, line congestion, safety, sign clarity, and participant comfort. The puzzle social is in Hall A. The ventriloquists are in Hall B. The emergency fair is in the multipurpose room. The mattress people somehow got the side parlor. And a local TV crew is on the way. Because someone thought this looked like community." Carol opened her mouth to tell him that he had, tragically, mistaken 4 innocent breakfast, seeking retirees for a crisis task force. But he had already put a badge around her neck that read Guest Comfort Review and was moving on to the others with the speed of a man fleeing his own helplessness. "I think you've confused us with someone else," Carol said. Bryce nodded as if this only confirmed his whole worldview. "Yes," he said. "That has happened repeatedly this morning." Then he hurried off to intercept a man carrying a dummy in a plaid vest. Once inside Hall A, the situation improved only in the sense that it became more visible. The pancake buffet had been set along the back wall, but the syrup sat beside the ventriloquist registration table. The coffee was near the puzzles, but the cups were by the emergency kits. The seniors' seating area had been half occupied by mattress brochures and one suspiciously luxurious recliner, draped with a tag reading, "Try me, change your life." A side table of jigsaw puzzles had been placed directly beneath a mounted television, where a weather preparedness video played at a volume better suited to tornado season than crossword enthusiasts. And beyond the folding divider, the ventriloquist